Okay, yet another one, another IM 2202. Okay, quite a big gap. I was playing my pet system against the French. I play knight f6. That's what I'd find annoying if I was playing white with this b3 system. Just for black to ignore it and just play knight f6. Maybe even actually c5 and d4, trying to blunt that bishop could be a good idea. Maybe a6 first to avoid any bishop b5s, and just playing sort of classically. I don't think white really wants to play d4, weakening these dark squares even more. And f2 is probably quite vulnerable here. So, on the other hand, okay, shall I play bishop g4? I'm provoking a bit of a weakness there with h3, so a bit Tarashy, but with this bishop on b2. So Siegbert Tarash, Nimzovich and Siegbert Tarash were two of the greatest thinkers, but at the time of the hypermodern era. Nimzovich was kind of the one with the revolutionary ideas. I think bishop takes and then c takes d4. It's a bit materialistic. What about just bishop g6? But then doubling the pawns, I don't really like to have the double pawns. So maybe I'll let whites just well, it's threatening knight takes c6, winning the bishop, so maybe knight takes d4 instead of c takes d4, just to avoid losing a piece. Now bishop c5, I can stick it on a7, it might be an interesting bishop to have. So queen b6 maybe, because there's no knight d7, and rook e1. I like this weak c3 square, so if I can exploit that, maybe rook c8 here, so bishop takes and queen takes and rook takes c2. So I think white's having a little bit of bother, more than expected. Okay, about knight e4 now. Oh, I've just allowed though knight d7. Oh dear. Alright, exchange. Getting the exchange down. So what would be a good move in the situation to be the exchange down? That's really annoying. Maybe queen b4 would at least threaten knight c3. So I think I'll go for that. So if knight takes, rook takes, knight c3 maybe. Trying to win the exchange back. So I can hold on to my d4 pawn for a bit longer. But I didn't mean to be the exchange down. But it is easy for white here. Knight takes, knight c3. Okay, it's going to take like that. So immediately giving it back. What about queen c3 now? Queen d3. Rook d8. So I still seem to have a reasonable position, but my king safety has been questioned now. Notably f7 is a bit sensitive. So here, what about f6 to try and drive the knight away with the knight d3? So queen c3, I don't know, queen c3, bishop d6 or bishop f8. I'll try bishop f8 actually, because I'm looking at queen e1. If the queen's really going to end up on d4, I'll play queen e1. Gives my queen scope to go to e7. Actually, what am I talking about? The pawns are double protected at the moment, so I'm not even material down. It's 5 pawns each. I've got a 40-second clock advantage. There's no real threat of queen f5. I mean, queen e7 seems adequate. So, okay, if queen f4 though, queen f4. I don't know, queen f4, f6, knight d3, f6. Okay, seems playable. Now bishop c5 again. Oh, but then queen c7, but then queen b6. So maybe I'm holding on here. Okay, queen b6. Trying to stop the usage of e6. So do I really want? That's interesting. I can takes, queen takes c5, queen d1 check, followed by c2, but then there's at least perpetual checks for white. What about d3 instead? d3, bishop f2. That seems more promising, actually, because then rook e8. I think I'll play for this, just to go for the sort of attack with the bishop. Keep the dark squared bishop to be vicious. So now it's a threat of unless this is getting to be dangerous for my rook, probably. Rook g8, is that adequate here? Maybe, because there's no immediate mate, I think. Actually, bishop g3 threatens queen f2 mate. Not very subtle. That stops that. But here, maybe okay, queen a5 stops knight f5 and attacks a2. So knight f5 is stopped. If knight moves, then queen f5 might be dangerous. So I really want to get in queen g5. If it's good there's no queen sack at the moment, queen g8. So okay, what is he doing here against queen takes a2? Is it that easy? I'm not sure. Queen d5, queen takes a2, threatens again queen f2 mate. Okay, defending like that. I've got queen g5. Queen g5, I think, keeping control of f5, stopping any nasties for a bit longer, and also threatening maybe queen d2 would be strong. Okay, so maybe bishop e5 here. I'll be threatening queen takes g2. Also f5 might be handy to protect g7 with the bishop for extra king safety. Okay, do I want to take that knight off before I'm going to get horribly mated? So queen h4 or queen f4, but then there's knight f5 and things are starting to look pretty dangerous. But on the other hand, yeah, because I don't know if there's actual, yeah, there's rook d8 decoy idea coming up. So so maybe I should think quick about this. Just take d4. Just try and be pest with my queen here. So threatening queen c3 and queen b2. If only gets in rook. Okay, I wonder. Can I just play rook e2? I mean, rook. Oh dear. Oh, it's a bit lucky there in the end. So yeah, 2 IMs in a row. I think the auto pairing, it's safe to say, has got a little bit tougher. Oh God, what a game! Oh my God. They're not finishing me off. But it was a fighting game for a long time here. I thought. Oh dear, blundering the queen, needless. This is queen d5, which was just anything. Queen f1, rook e8 would have been winning that perhaps on time. Just if I were dropping my queen. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that one. Please leave any comments or questions on YouTube.